can't be. Is it really you? It's been 3,000 years. 3,000 years. We heard of your name and you're finally here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Switch 2 is here. Well, not really here. I just put, a sticky note of the number 2 on my Switch OLED. Uh, yeah, finally. Freaking finally. The Switch 2 got announced. Officially by Nintendo. A system that has been rumored, speculated, and leaked probably ever since the original Switch came out, when it was still referred to in rumors as the Switch Pro. It's finally here. And obviously, I have this sped up a little bit, and we'll take a look at everything. But this trailer it's pretty simple, and it shows a good amount. Like, it shows that the Switch itself is bigger, you skip forward, you have the better kickstand, you have the new Joy-Cons that are magnetic and all that crazy stuff. You even get an extra USB-C port at the top, which is going to be great for accessories, and you even have a new Mario Kart, and you have, I don't know, the Mario Kart actually looks really good. It seems like they made the designs more cartoony. Like, there's, like, I have to show you guys if I can see it. Like, Donkey Kong's design is, like, completely different, which I don't know if I like that design in particular. Like, it's kind of the movie Donkey Kong, and now I'm going to be thinking about Seth Rogen and thinking about that laugh over and over again. Sorry if that was way too loud. But yeah, we have the Switch 2 officially announced. It is coming out this year, backwards compatible with regular Switch games, and to top it all off, we will have in-person events that some people will get accepted to and others will not. We also have a Nintendo Switch 2 Direct on the 2nd of April 2025. Can you believe it? We actually got the Switch 2 before GTA 6. But yes, Switch 2 is here, and I couldn't be more excited. Obviously, the system is going to take a while to come out. Like, we don't have any more news to really look forward to officially from Nintendo until April, but I'm willing to wait because we finally got it. And to be honest, the reveal itself is kind of bittersweet because, we had this system leaked over and over again. Like, official leaks, real leaks, over and over again. And obviously, this type of reveal just felt a little flat, but I blame that more on the leaks more than what other people are saying. And I saw this take on Twitter, and obviously, please don't go harass this person. I do not want to be responsible for anyone going to, like, L take, bro. But they say the Switch 2 is the most meh nothing burger device ever, with the most uneventful reveal ever in the history of gaming. This is so bad that investors didn't even wait 5 minutes to say, nah, thanks, we're out. This shouldn't be called the Switch 2. It's literally just a Switch Pro, Steam Deck, and Asus ROG Ally. It just makes this thing very irrelevant to me. There's literally no reason for me to buy a Switch 2 over something like the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck. In a way, I can kind of understand at least that in that case. But here's the thing. I think the Switch 2, this new device that is going to come out, let me just get like a full picture of it with the dock and everything too. I think the Switch 2 is exactly what it needs to be. Because frankly, I think they need to like play it a little bit safe this time. Especially with their turbulent history, with, kind of making their innovations and like new ideas too much of a center stage aspect. Like, obviously, this is why the Wii U failed. Like, you have this giant controller, which, while albeit is a very nice giant controller, I enjoyed my time with the Wii U. But when I first saw this thing, I didn't know that there was a console attached to it. The gimmick, the killer feature, took precedent over, the hardware itself. And obviously, Nintendo isn't about powerful hardware. But when your gimmick becomes more apparent than, a new console, like, what the heck are you doing? You're just going to confuse people. And that ended up with a 13.56 million units sold, which is pathetic, especially in console, especially when it comes to consoles. So I think in terms of, marketing and all these other things, and, just having something that people will know what it is off the bat, I think the Switch 2 is exactly what it needs to be. It just needs to be the Switch 2. It needs to be a more powerful Switch that plays your Switch 1 games a little bit better, has its own games as well that are great, that run really well, and you also have solid third-party support, which the Switch 1 had, but let's be honest, some of those miracle ports by Panic Button, obviously some were better than others. Like The Witcher 3 was really good, Doom 2016 was okay, and I played the Doom Eternal port recently, and it's not that great. Like it's a little rough. And like props to Panic Button for like making that a reality. Like that's still impressive that they were able to get on it, period, and it runs and you could play it from beginning to end. That's impressive. But in terms of, just being the Switch 2, not only is that what I think exactly it should be, I think we're selling Nintendo short when it comes to, wacky, innovative new things. Because even during the Switch 1 life cycle, where it was a new concept by Nintendo, that it was a console you could take with you, or a handheld you could put in a dock and it becomes a console, that they had a lot of innovations within that generation. If you think about it, they had the Joy-Cons, which are a fantastic, controller on paper, had a lot of features. Obviously, there were some things that were really bad about it, like the infamous Joy-Con drift and the rails being very finicky because they couldn't figure out the magnet technology, and thank God they did now. So we have magnetic Joy-Cons. And it seems like these new Joy-Cons are even better. Like, if you actually even look in the trailer, it sort of confirms the leaks about these Joy-Cons having optical sensors in the center. Let me see. Buttons. Yeah, like they're dragging along the ground. It kind of, gives credence to the mouse thing. Like, I'm actually excited about that feature a lot, actually. I think, Metroid Prime 4 speedruns and Splatoon 4 is going to go absolutely insane with all the, hardcore Splatoon heads that are going to, have mouse controls for their competitive matches, which is insane. But you also had things like Ring Fit Adventure with the Ring-Con. The, you had the Ring-Con controller. I actually have it right here. I actually really liked Ring Fit Adventure. I have it right here. I actually really like this thing. I wish they did more with it because it was a really cool concept for a fitness game, and it was also a really cool controller where you basically get to work out and play a video game, and it was kind of like a weird fitness RPG. Like, I think this game is awesome. I think it's super interesting, and that was one of the many innovations. You had Nintendo Labo that came out where you had these cardboard pieces that you could assemble and you could play specific mini games with them, like the Toy-Con piano and the fishing rod and all these other cool devices. And they even worked with other games like Mario Kart. And to top it all off, you had a freaking VR headset accessory for Labo where you were able to actually use the Switch for VR. Like, I think that's sick. And these were all innovations that were done within a generation where the sole gimmick was something completely different. That's what I think is the potential with the Switch 2, especially with the, the potential mouse controls and all these new features and the new power of the system, is that we'll get more innovation, not even just software wise, but hardware wise too. Where I just think a take like this is a little short sighted. I think there's more that Nintendo is going to offer in terms of innovations when it comes to the Switch 2. Obviously, the Switch 2 itself is, a more powerful Switch that has a bigger screen. But there's going to be more to it. There's going to be far more to it. We know Nintendo at this point, they don't just sit on their laurels for no good reason. And obviously, they kept it simple this time to make sure people knew what it was and that they could continue to sell consoles. But there's going to be more than enough innovations and features that this console will have coming up. I genuinely believe that. And I'm looking very much forward to it.